Hey, what's going on, Movie Maniacs? I'm Zach.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the previews, everybody's favorite part of the movie. So this week, we decided to go check out Captain Marvel, starring Samuel Jackson, Jude Law, Annette Bening, and of course, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel herself.
Yes. Now, before we start this review, Zach and I wanted to go ahead and preface this. We don't give a about what your personal political views are. That's not what we came in to do this show for. We came in here to go ahead and review movies, and this absolutely has nothing to do with politics aside. I lean a little bit towards the right, Zach leans a little bit towards the left, but we don't go into these movies thinking, oh man, we're gonna bash this, okay? Because that's just not us. We go into seeing movies because we wanna escape and just enjoy just watching a movie, especially a Marvel movie. We wanna see good action, we wanna see a good story, and that's pretty much it. We don't care about anything else that happened on the back end of things, right?
Exactly.
Having said that, what a disappointment.
Whoa. I wouldn't go as necessarily say it was a huge disappointment for me. I actually thought this was a slight change of pace from the standard Marvel formula that I personally have grown to hate. This changed things up to a T to get rid of this overpowered bad guy versus this hero, this good guy. Underdog, exactly. It changed it to a degree. And it was kind of a breath of fresh air. I mean, it definitely still had its issues, don't get me wrong. But I actually got through this movie without, just sitting back already knowing what's going to happen at the end of the movie.
Now, for me, I love pretty much every Marvel movie. And I say pretty much because there are some that I don't like. And this falls right in the middle, right? I thought with all the movies that have been coming out, I mean, they made Ant-Man cool, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was probably my favorite superhero movie, even maybe over Infinity War. I really liked it a lot.
I actually have not seen it yet. So,
yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. This one's it's in the meh category. And I feel like the biggest disappointment, where you said that you love it being different, I don't like that. Although I will give you this, I did because the whole story, it's not a spoiler, it's an origin story, right? However, it puts a twist on it because typically throughout the trailers, she's like, oh, I don't know who I am, what's going on? And typically when that starts, it literally starts when she forgets everything, right? However, she really gets, the movie actually starts when she is this big, powerful being already, which I thought that was pretty cool.
Exactly. Definitely completely changed the pace.
So, casting-wise, Brie Larson, of course, is Captain Marvel. A little bit of controversy behind the scenes. However, what did you feel about in this role as just Captain Marvel?
I thought she did okay. I mean, good. I would say good. Yeah. I feel like she definitely had the persona of a superhero. Yes. Just even the look she was giving, the stance, just the way she interacted with everybody. No, I actually felt like she was a part of this universe. I feel like she did a very good job.
I couldn't agree more. I thought the way that her and Samuel L. Jackson played off of each other was very well. But again, this is a Captain Marvel movie. I know people are a little worried this was going to be a Nick Fury movie. It most definitely
not
is
at all
a Captain Marvel movie. And I liked her as Captain Marvel. I thought her, her little quips were real funny. I thought she was a very great standalone Marvel character. And I'm excited to see what she has in the future. I thought Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, the main Skrull, one of the baddies in the film, was great. Typically his acting is very stale, he plays the same guy. Yeah. This one was he actually did a great job. So with the cast and obviously the special effects, those are things we like. Now let's dive into things that we don't like so much. First and foremost, the writing and the directing were terrible. Yeah, they were bad. And this is why, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, the whole concept of it was very good and unique. However, everything in the middle just wasn't good. I put all the blame on the directors, Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. They come from a background of smaller independent films, and by golly did this show. It really showed that these guys are very inexperienced. I thought if they brought a director who had some action, sci-fi elements brought into it. I thought a great director would have been Catherine Bigelow. I thought they were the biggest down point of this movie because this movie felt small when in the grand scheme of things, it's supposed to be very big.
I would actually slightly disagree with you when it came to them. Just for the because this movie, again, was different than every other Marvel movie that has, I feel like, come out to this point. It changed it up a bit, and I feel like you, or probably many Marvel fans, didn't get that big payoff that they were expecting. I would say that this movie wasn't on as grand of a scale as any other Marvel movie to come out in recent memory. There wasn't that insane big fight scene. There wasn't all this crazy buildup of these bad guys and all this drama. It did it in a different way.
See, for me, and this is why I bring this up, okay? So the whole culmination of this film is to introduce us, obviously, to Captain Marvel and how she's gonna play in Avengers Endgame. Did you feel that her presence is going to go ahead and change the fight with Thanos at the end of the day? They're gonna put the Avengers over the top? Hell no. You're lying to me and you're lying to all the movie maniacs out there if you're going to sit there and say that she's going to put the Avengers over the edge.
I am not looking at it to that perspective.
You should be.
I wasn't.
This is the MCU. This is the MCU.
Yeah, and you're talking to a non-fan of the MCU. That's what you're talking to right now. I wasn't looking at it to that perspective. I was just looking at it as a origin story and as introducing us to a new character in this universe. That's how I looked at it. I wasn't blown away, but it was okay. It was all right in my eyes.
And in the realm of origin films, this is definitely the worst origin film Marvel has come out with. Not the worst movie. This one's just meh. Like, this one's above it. However, this movie itself, definitely the most boring and anticlimactic I guess Marvel films that have ever come out.
I mean, I won't go as far as the extent to say it was boring. I was interested the entire way through.
Do you feel like people need to see this movie before they see Avengers?
Not at all. I feel like the biggest thing that these hardcore Marvel fans will bring out of this is how Nick Fury got his eye patch.
Which is total BS.
I was not the biggest fan. They took the very, very safe route.
And how the Avengers got their name.
Yeah.
Total BS. Overall, what do you give Captain Marvel?
I'm going to give it 2.5 cat romances out of 5.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You said that you liked it better than other Marvel films, but you're really giving it a 50% in the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
Okay, because
Yes.
I was actually going to go a little bit above that. Wow. I'm actually going to go ahead and give it 3 novelty lunchboxes out of 5. But that's it for a review on Captain Marvel Movie Maniacs. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you next week with our Captain Marvel spoiler review, and we will see you later on the previews.